Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, it's been a quick minute since we've had a YouTube video, but I'm actually down here in beautiful Florida, hanging out with Liz, the kids, Tampa, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Actually came over to Disney, and lo and behold, look who we found just wandering the park. B&B Lawn Care, Blake Albertson. How we doing, man?
Doing good, man.
How you been?
I've been awesome, man.
Yeah?
It's, I see lawnmowers working here. It's a total different story in Missouri. So just a couple day trip here in Disney, hanging out with you, just trying to take a little breath before the crazy spring rush.
Enjoying some vacation, eh, man?
Yep.
Long story short, apologize for no videos the last like 10 days. We actually just got a 5-inch snow event. The guys were holding down the fort. Shout out to Mike, Rob, Mark, Ryan. Those guys did a great job, and I'm over here soaking up the sun, trying to get a little vacation.
Playing with Mickey,
hanging out. We go hard, we play hard. But what we actually were doing, just kind of back-to-back videos here. If you guys want to check out the B&B Lawn Care YouTube channel, encourage you to check that out. We just shot a video. What was the title of that one?
If you had $5,000, how would you start your lawn care business?
Okay, and you interviewed me on that one.
Yep.
And I gave two answers. One, if you want to say like conservative, small, pay cash. And then the other one, if you wanted to maybe finance a few things, grow, and really hit the ground running,
yep.
Which is a really good conversation. Great question. That was actually somebody asked you that on Instagram, I think. And so it was a really good one to help if you guys are just getting started in the green industry. Question number two that we're going to go with today, and this one's going to be queued up for Blake. And what was the other question from Instagram that the guy had? It was...
If you had, he's got $15,000 saved up.
Okay.
Where and what truck would you go out and find?
All right, so what is the best first truck to buy for your lawn and landscape business?
Yeah, like he was talking like brand, 1,500, 2,500. Where do I find it? What do I pay for it?
All right, well, take it away. How would you start, you know, back... We'll give them your background for 30 seconds if anybody doesn't know you.
Yeah, real quick. Blake Albertson, B&B Lawn Care, Kansas City, Missouri. I started this thing when I was super young, driving around my parents' neighborhood on the little family lawnmower. Then when I got to high school, this was like 2013, 2014, I just fell in love with it. I couldn't get off of Craigslist and the lawn forums, and you know, YouTube was like real young. There was only Geek to Freak back in the day making videos, so I just kept trying to get better stripes, and I got my right stander used off of Craigslist with thousands of hours on it, and it just really started there, started slow, but I've just found this passion and love like a lot of us do, and stayed with it, man. Right after high school, I'm like, man, I got all the time in the world now. I don't have to go to school. And man, we've been growing ever since, and I still freaking love this business, dude.
Where are you guys at today? Things have been growing big time.
Yeah, so we doubled in size last year. We got about 250 weekly accounts. We're like weekly mowing mainly.
Okay.
In March and things like that, we do cleanups and mulch and all that, but 2 trucks, 2 crews, and looking to kind of see where we're at this spring. I think it's gonna be madness just because we have all those new clients to service and offer mulching and things like that. But hopefully over the next year or two, I'd like to just continue down the path and get another crew going and just keep growing our accounts and our business and trying to take care of people and customers.
I like it. And by the way, this guy's had a couple of different trucks along the way. I've watched him on YouTube for probably almost 8 years now, which is awesome. I don't know if everybody can, you know, drive around with what your current daily driver is, because you're Joe Cool over here with the shades and the Raptor.
Sunny, dog, come on.
It is sunny. I got blue eyes, that's why I'm squinting. I apologize. But you've had more basic trucks, you've had the nicer trucks, so yeah. Take it away. If somebody's, I'll give you 2 options because this is what we did on the other video. If somebody's like 16, 17, 18,
yeah,
first car or maybe quickly upgrading,
yeah.
And then maybe number 2, maybe if somebody who's 30 years old,
yeah,
they're looking to get in the green industry, they've got the Tahoe, the family vehicle, but maybe they're looking to swap that thing out, drop the lifestyle down a little bit, accelerate with starting their business, then they can get the nice things again in a couple years, but you got to get this thing off the ground. So maybe those 2.
So per this question, he said he was 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
Which I would only suggest probably if you had, I mean, 15 grand is an incredible savings for him. But I would probably stick with paying cash, sticking in that $15,000 budget, just because he is so young, and he probably, you know what I'm saying? I want him to be successful, and I don't want him to have go buy a $90,000 truck using that $15,000 as a down payment, because I don't know where his business is at. And so I would probably search, you know, if you had an open trailer, 14 to 16 foot trailer, you know, it really doesn't matter if you had a F250 or a diesel or an F150. I mean, we pulled my 16 foot, 7 foot wide trailer, open trailer with F150s for years. And so, or 1500, I had a couple Chevys and F150s and we had no problems with it. So you're probably gonna get a much better deal on those F150s, the 1500s, for that $15,000 budget. But you could find F250, maybe some older 2004 to 2006 Chevys, 2500s, within that $15,000 budget. But I would probably be trying to hit somewhere between 12 and 13,000. And of course, you know, if that was all the money you had in the world, we would try to spend some of that on marketing and acquiring new customers, and not just blow. If I only had 15 grand, spend $15,000 on a truck.
Oh, for the business in
You know
general,
what I mean?
getting
Yeah.
the business started.
Yeah, but if it really truly is a truck budget, go out and get the 15 grand, you can probably get a, I don't know, 2007, 2008, you know, 2500 and be off to the races. But really just go, I'd go to Facebook Marketplace. A dealer probably isn't gonna, he's probably gonna
Co-sign, likely.
No, what I'm saying is he's probably gonna jab you for $4 grand because it's a used car at the dealer.
Right.
So you might as well go get it from somebody on Marketplace, is what I would suggest. If you have a, you know, an established business, you already have money coming in and clients, and you're not worried about paying a $400, $500, $600 payment, you know, I probably would suggest stepping up a little bit nicer, lower mileage truck, because you're not going to have to deal with the problems of a 200,000 mile vehicle.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, to get going.
But still, I mean, we got a pretty established business, and we're still rolling around a 2010 work truck with, it had a replaced engine, but it has 230,000 miles on it. The new engine probably has like 70, but we're looking to upgrade it this year, but it's like a freaking tank, dude.
Yeah.
Literally, it gets like 6 miles a gallon. It's got that V10 in it, but it is a solid truck, dude, and it pulls better than like diesels that have pulled my enclosed trailer.
Is that the 7 liter V10 or something?
Yeah, the V10.
That thing's a beast.
Dude, it's wild. Sucks gas though.
A quick question just for dialogue. Love to hear what you guys are doing. Are you a zero money down? You don't mind a $1,200 truck payment, 60 grand work truck? Let's go out there, churn revenue, the truck will pay for itself, part of your company budget? Are you 20 grand down on a 50 grand truck, $500 a month payment, pay that thing off in 3 years? You know, there's, and then of course, you know, maybe you want to just run debt free. That's fine too.
For the last, up until probably recently, when we acquired the business, and I've been learning from a lot of guys that are in the industry and run successful businesses, I was on way this side. If you had $15,000, I bought a $15,000 truck, and I didn't borrow money for it.
Okay.
But as you go down the rabbit hole, and you're not dealing with like a $50,000 business, you know what I mean? Like when you're running basically solo, or you have another guy, I didn't go out and borrow a bunch of money. It just didn't make sense to me, because you're basically still trying to manage this little pot you have. But as you have to grow, there's just certain times that you have to borrow money just to like make sure you have cash to pay all of your expenses and your payroll.
Right.
Like I think about the beginning of the year, it costs a ton of money to start March and April. I don't know what it is, like the startup costs. And so to make sure that you have money to be able to pay that, let's say you bill at the end of the month on a 30-day net, you're gonna mow April and May before you even see the money from that first cut. And so that's the things that like you have to put a bunch of money into your business at the beginning of the season to see it like a month or two later. Dude, when lawnmowers are interrupting your videos, it's a beautiful thing.
You want to pan this thing? I gotta
in the
check this
middle
thing
of
out.
winter.
Let's do this guy really quick. Look at that thing. What's that, a multi-force?
No, dude.
That's just a grandstand. Look at that thing.
support their mowers?
I don't know, but shout out to the Disney Turf Crew.
So I look and I'm like, okay, so they're always around a lot of people here at Disney. You know, people with luggage and going to the parks and kids especially. So I think, what are their mower setups? Because if we're doing commercial work and things like that, we have to replicate, you know, what they're doing. They've got, that was mower number 89.
Is that what
you know?
It said?
Yeah, so it's like, that's probably 89 on this freaking hotel out of 30, you know what I mean? This place has so much grass. So he had a permanent
mulch kit.
He has hazard lights and
flashers,
headlights and flashers. You know, but like other than that, dude, that's a bare bones mower. It's like, make sure no grass or rocks are flying out the side and make sure people can see us. And he's wearing a vest, like a
safety vest.
That's awesome. There's nothing fancy else about it, you know?
I love it, man.
And that guy's, I can't imagine what they're charging Disney, you know, for him.
That guy's probably an in-house guy.
No, it's Brightview.
Oh, was that Brightview?
Yeah, Brightview manages it all.
Can you imagine like your account's Disney? That's wild. I wanted to wrap up a thought. We'll probably shut this thing down, but what you had just said, the spring rush, cash. It costs money to grow. And we can do a whole podcast for this for a half hour. We actually might try to tag one up really quick before we go. But it costs money to grow. So if you're growing, you need all the cash you can.
Yes.
So paying cash 20 grand for a truck or 70 grand for a truck or whatever, it might not make sense because like Blake said, you need payroll, you need material, your insurances are due, like that stuff takes precedent. Then once you make money 30, 60, 90, 120 days out, my best months are July, August, September.
Yeah.
Notoriously. Then we do October, November are great because we have our last couple months of mowing, we double up with our leaves, and then we get our snow prepay money.
Yeah.
So I have like, I'm buying steaks in July and August. I mean, I'm eating pancakes in March, April, May, bro.
I mean, the thing is,
so that's how I think it.
You can't have a blanket statement. It's your business, it's your life. You know your finances, you know your income. You gotta, and the most importantly, I always say, you gotta be able to sleep at night.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So,
what works for you?
If you make 60 grand a year and you've got a $90,000 truck on a loan, you know, you're probably not gonna be able to sleep that well at night because there's a million other things you have to pay for in the world. So, you know, you gotta do what you're gonna do and just do some research and run some numbers and figure out what's gonna work best for you and your family.
Solid answer, I like that. Thanks for joining us on today's YouTube video. Where can people find you again one more time?
B&B Lawn Care on YouTube and at B&B Lawn Care KC on Instagram.
Heck yeah, and you got a podcast?
Yep, the B&B Lawn Care podcast.
Awesome podcast.
Dude, this is like old day YouTube and I love it, bro.
Give it a shout out, you know? Trying to send people everywhere and help you guys grow.
This is awesome.
It is awesome. What I never expected was to smell fresh cut grass in February 1st.
It's beautiful, dude.
Ever. Like,
I love it.
That smells beautiful. I wish the camera, you get good audio, you get good video, but there's no smell.
It is. I'm so jealous of you Florida people.
I love it, man. Sunny, 70, and fresh cut grass. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Back at home, the guys are all miserable with 5 inches of wet snow. Shout out to the team. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Leave us some comments down below if you'd like. What's your guys' favorite truck or current truck? Where are you guys looking to go? Where are you guys looking to grow? I always love seeing what you guys are doing out there. Helps us get better as well. Yep. So that's what we got, guys. Over and out. Have a beautiful day. We'll catch up with you guys here on the next one.